Mmm. So good.
I can eat the whole thing.
All right, good morning everyone and welcome to another Fit Vegan cooking video. Today we're gonna be taking a recipe from
Plant You by Carly. It's the high protein kale asparagus and edamame spread.
We're gonna be making some slight adjustment just so that we can bump up the protein content and lower the fat content on it to make it more body recomposition friendly. So we're gonna pass it over to Ivy. It's gonna be explaining the ingredients we're gonna be using today.
Let's do it. So for today's ingredients, we will be using some kale, asparagus, and shelled edamame. We have chili flakes, some pepper, and lemon. And then right over here, we're gonna chop this up. It'll be low-cal, something to dip into our spread, cucumbers, and carrots. While we're doing all that, we're also starting to boil a pot of water where we'll be putting our asparagus and edamame.
We only use the end of the asparagus for the recipe because we want to do some scrappy cooking. So we're going to keep the good part of the asparagus for our dinner tonight. That way there's absolutely no food waste. Now, while the edamame and the asparagus ends are boiling, what we're going to do is prep our kale. We're only going to be using 2 cups. I basically double the recipe and I cut out the amount of fat. One thing that we forgot to mention in the ingredients is that there's some sunflower seeds in the recipe. So it calls for a 1/4 cup if you're going to do 1 serving. So we're doing 2 servings. So I didn't basically double. I didn't do 1/2 cup. I did a little bit less. But you're supposed to soak them overnight or boil them for 10 minutes, which is what I did because we decided to make this recipe this morning. They're a little bit boiled in here. We're going to drain the water and we're going to add that to the recipe just to add a little bit of richness to it. But again, wanting to be mindful because that's the thing that's going to add a lot of calories. So just for you guys to know that we did boil that for 10 minutes, or you can also soak them overnight if you want to. So for our kale, we only want to have about 2 cups because we're doubling the recipe. Looks like about 2 cups. All right, we'll keep the rest of the kale for later. And we're gonna grab our water from our Berkey to wash the kale and get it ready for it to be mixed. All right guys, so the asparagus and the edamame is pretty much done boiling. So one way to see if it's ready, because it is the stem of the asparagus, is going to be harder. So just grab a fork. If you can poke through it, then you know it's pretty much ready to go and it's gonna blend pretty well. So in the recipe, it calls for taking 1/2 cup of the water that it's been boiling in. And so what we're going to do is we're going to grab our consistency compound Fit Vegan mug, but many of you members didn't know that those existed. They're not for sale now. If you guys want them, just let me know and we can make some, but I made this a long time ago. So we're going to grab 1/2 cup of water, and that's going to help us make sure that the mix is not too thick, basically. All right, so we're going to do this guy. We're going to strain it. We pulled out the Vitamix so we can mix everything together. Look at the skills. This is an arm workout right there. So see, we have our asparagus, we have our edamame in here. Like I mentioned, I boiled our sunflower seeds in here. So we're gonna be grabbing all of this and throwing it inside of the Vitamix, and Ivy was right. That's way more than 2 cups of kale, so we won't be using all of that kale.
So we're doing this exciting part of actually dumping all our edamame and asparagus that we boiled. Trying to be careful because whoops, that happens.
Yeah, so basically gonna throw all the ingredients in the blender.
Our boiled sunflower. All right, I think we should do this.
That's good.
We're squeezing a full lemon, so we need the juice. Fun fact, this is from my mom's tree, so we get it for free.
Free lemons.
It's $1 here. Oh, squeezed out.
Look at those triceps.
Oh yeah, that's why I work out.
So you can cook for me.
So I can squeeze lemon juice. All right, this is such an efficient way of doing it. So there you go. We'll just dump it all in here.
The next step is you put the amount of chili flakes that you're comfortable with.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a spicy person.
Remember, I'm a white boy. I can't handle my spice that much.
How much is spicy? You think I do more?
Yeah, I think let's start with that. we can taste it at the end. I want to be unpleasantly hot, and then I can't eat it.
Some peppers. Oh, Pepper.
And then, yeah, we're just gonna add some
this?
paprika. It's not in the recipe, but we love paprika. Gives it a nice red color. Let's admire that blender for a second. That's beautiful.
See?
Look at all that greenery. And then we're gonna add the leftover water that we used to boil, because it's gonna be really hard to blend, right? So a few of you probably having anxiety from seeing all these dry ingredients together. Got that old school Vitamix. For people that didn't know, we did go to the Vitamix headquarters in Cleveland, Ohio. That was really fun. Alright, so there you have it, our nice little spread. So again, this can be used as, look at the steam coming out of it. So you can use it as like a hummus replacement, like a mayo replacement on a sandwich, on a dish. Today we're gonna be making it as a dip because this is pretty high in protein, has a little bit of fat, so it's already dense in calories. I don't wanna throw in some bread and a lot of other ingredients to it. So there you go, looks green, looks delicious. I'll be upfront, Ivy and I added a little bit of salt to it just because we had a hard workout today. So this is our post-workout meal. So one thing, when Ivy and I went to the Vitamix headquarters, they were selling these guys, which make it so much easier to kind of scoop everything under the blade. So this whole dish here roughly has, I think it's like 55 grams of protein for the whole thing. Obviously we won't be eating the whole thing. Look at the volume on this. And so what's great about using whole ingredients is you can tell the little fiber in the food. So it's great, it's gonna make you feel satiated. It's gonna be delicious. And we already chopped up our cucumber and our carrots to use. Now I'm gonna try to make it look nice. Looks like a green cake. That's what it looks like. Oh yeah, taste it. Try it. Try it. All right, so here you have it, the delicious edamame high protein dip. So again, you can use pita to dip into it. We just want to keep it lower calorie because we're doing a little body recomposition phase. So we got some cucumber and we got some carrots. Look at these cool carrots, yellow and red. So we're gonna give it a shot. All right, you go for it, girl. A little bit of salt is good. Yeah, that's delicious. So,
Really good.
and it's still warm.
I can eat the whole thing.
Yeah, well, that's probably what's gonna happen after we shut off this camera. We'll eat the whole thing. It's really good. You guys have to try this one. No oil, no processed ingredients. Everything is whole foods, high in protein, and it's delicious.
Guilt-free.
Yeah. So while Ivy is eating, while Ivy is eating the rest of the plate.
You forgot my name already.
After almost 3 years of being together, almost 1 year of marriage.
It's that
Your name's
good.
not
He
Evie?
forgot my name.
Exactly, that's how good the recipe is. Gotta say a massive thank you for watching this recipe video. If there's any other recipes you'd like us to make, let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like, and comments down below. And Ivy and I are actually gonna be making another recipe video for next Saturday. And this time we're gonna pull out of Chef AJ's new book, Sweet Indulgence. We're gonna be making a little bit of treat. I might make a little modification to bump it up on the protein content for the dessert, but there's so many great recipes on here. By the time you guys watch this video on Tuesday prior to this video coming live, I just had Chef AJ on the show and we're doing a book giveaway. So I'm buying 5 copies of her book and giving them away to the audience. So you can learn more about that by heading over to my Instagram. You'll have all the instruction that you need to enter and win a copy for yourself. Very excited to cook from the book. My love, anything you want to add?
No, can't wait to eat.
All right, guys, everyone, thank you very much for listening and we'll see you in the next video.